Julie, what can you tell us about this tentative agreement between Republican leadership and the White House, this breaking moment on this debt limit conversation?
Yeah, it's one we've been waiting for all day, all week, if not for the last several weeks. But we are told just in the last few minutes that the White House and Republican negotiators did reach a deal in principle, an agreement in principle. And I say that carefully because, remember, Republicans want a chance to sell their members, which we are told they're going to do in under an hour. At 9:30 tonight, an all-member call will be held where Republican leadership will start to begin to see how many members they can get on board for this agreement, if they can sell it to enough of their membership to then support it at the end, which we expect they will, according to Republicans. So look, all of this right now comes down to what's actually in this deal, of course. We don't have the exact contours figured out, but the fact that this agreement was struck, we're told, during that phone conversation between the president and between the speaker that happened earlier in the evening is significant. Patrick McHenry, a close ally of Speaker McCarthy, had told us that the resolving issues, the remaining issues they have, would only be resolved by those two men, and it appears that they have. Some of the biggest sticking points we've been talking about concern spending cuts to domestic spending, right? That is what Republicans want. They want it in the shape of work requirements, of permitting reform, other areas that they believe they can get that done. We don't know the exact outlines of that deal, and it remains to be seen how Democrats feel about it, which I'm told not, as of this moment, they do not have a call scheduled to go down the contours of the agreement, but we will see what we get in just the next few moments as they have this phone call, of course.
Julie, one quick one for you. Have you been hearing any grumbling from either Democrats or Republicans as they're being fed what this potential deal is?
Not yet, right? We've seen a lot of public posturing all day, a lot of Republican members in the House Freedom Caucus pointing me to their latest tweet, their latest public comment, trying to keep the pressure on Republican negotiators, on Speaker McCarthy, who, of course, one of the concessions they made is that any one member can call up a vote to remove him, to remove the gavel from McCarthy. So they are all very closely watching how this deal shapes up. We know several of them didn't even buy that X date set by Janet Yellen. Of course, we know that date has moved up a little bit, extending the time that these negotiators have to complete their homework. But all of this is significant progress. If they reach this deal tonight, if members accept it, that means we can have a vote as soon as Tuesday, because remember, McCarthy promised 72 hours to read this bill, which he told us earlier will be something in the ballpark of 200 pages, not 1,000 plus.